So here I am in my house. It is a hot summer day here in Texas right now. It is currently, I think, September 12th, 2025. I will say a lot has happened in the past 48 hours. So as many of you know, I have been uploading quite literally like every other week this year, right? And I decided that I wanted to keep doing that for the rest of the year. I feel like I'm so close to the end. I only need, I think, 8 videos. This is one of them. So after this is really just 7. And I already have like 2 of them planned. So it's really just 4, you know? So I got this. And 2 of them I want them to be music videos. So it's really, I just gotta figure out 2 extra videos. I got it. I can do that, right? 4 months, easy. Anyway, I've decided that for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I have 10 questions written here. All of these were asked in a time of like, I think a year to 2 years. So these are collective questions that I've gotten over the years. I looked through all of my screenshots on Google Photos that I had over the years, and I've asked on Instagram and other places, like, asked anybody has any questions for me and stuff like that, just let me know and I'll let you guys know, like I'll answer them and stuff like that. And I chose like the 10 questions that I liked, and I feel like they're very serious but also kind of playful in a way. So I'm just gonna get straight into it so this video isn't like too long. My birthday is also coming up pretty soon, so these are all very emotionally inspired because I'm turning 23. I'm currently 22. So the first question is, what inspired you to start making videos? So for that question, quite literally the first thing that I wanted to do was make videos ever since I got a phone, because I thought it was so fun to create your own little content, edit it and upload it and then watch it later. Like, it's almost like a little video diary. That's always what I thought of it, you know. That's how I've seen it my entire life. It's almost like a video diary. But then as I've gotten older, a lot of people started watching them, family, random strangers. A lot of them got a lot of views, and then it just became this entire thing where I was at one point feeling like I was doing it for other people rather than for myself. So it became a whole spiraling mess, to be honest. But the inspiration was really just me wanting to uphold memories and not lose what was going on. What's your favorite video that you've done so far? This is question 2. So for me, honestly, that's a really good question. I don't know yet. I feel like if I just had to pick one video, it would probably be the accountability video that I released, I think in 2022. That one was really emotionally deep and vulnerable, and I don't think I've ever done that before. Was it called Vulnerability? I think so, yeah. And then I released another one, I think recently this year, called Responsibility, that kind of overlaps or adds to the story of that vulnerability one that I'm talking about that I released in 2022. But if I had to choose like a group of photos, kind of like the music videos, you know how there's multiple of those. If I had to choose something like that, I think I would definitely choose the 2022 Death Always Wins series. That was a pretty cool series. I don't know how I did it, but I did it and I thought it was pretty fun. Question 3. If someone only watched one of your videos, which one should it be? If someone only had the chance to watch one of my videos, they scrolled and were like, let me just watch one. Which one should they watch? Don't know. Honestly, any video, you would probably get a handful and an understanding of what I'm like as a person. Honestly, probably this one that I'm filming, so you can understand who I'm like, what I'm like currently in life, who I am, and what I'm doing with my life, you know? So I definitely feel like me now. Can you guys see my necklace? It's a cross. Anyway. Question 4. Dream project that you'd love to film. This is actually something I'm wanting to film for October's video, one of the October's videos. It's not going to be the music video. It's going to be like a video like this where it's like I'm doing something actually. It's kind of like a short horror film type of video. Will I be doing that? Who knows? We shall see. But that's kind of like a dream. I feel like I've already kind of done that with the project of Death Always Wins in 2022. But I feel like I kind of want to make it more suspenseful rather than confusing. The other ones were more confusing. I want this one to be a little bit more suspenseful. A little confusing, but more suspenseful than anything. Question 5. Who/what inspires your creativity? Me, myself, and I. I inspire my creativity. Movies, more specifically anything that involves like theories, time travel, alternate realities, flip-flopping, basically life-altering like events type of movies. That inspires me a lot of the time. But most of the time it comes from my brain inside of me. Where do you see yourself in the next few years? Honestly, I don't even know. I see myself in so many different positions. It just depends on what I decide to do now, currently in the present moment. And here I am, recording a video doing questions, Q&A. Let's see where that leads me. Where do you see yourself and then, oh, I just read that. See? So in front of me. Question 7. What's one food you could eat every day? My comfort food is always and will always be pizza. More specifically, a thin crust pepperoni pizza. Very plain, very boring, very nothing new, nothing crazy. I could fuck that up and I have no regrets. I love it. It's delicious. I could probably eat that every single day. I could eat it in different forms too. You can give me a deep dish. You can give me pineapple on pizza. You can give me, what is it called? Ultimate pizza. Baby, I'll pick off the mushrooms. I'll pick off what I need to pick off. I'm gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do like a pineapple on pizza. Whoa, don't hate on me, guys. I think it's kind of good sometimes. I have to be in a mood, and sometimes I'm in that mood a while, you know? One of those people that I eat something for a long time, and I don't eat it for a minute, and then I get back into it. Pizza's kind of like that, but pizza's scattered whenever I don't have it a long time. I'll eat it every day for months, and then I won't eat it for like a week, and I'll have it once. But then I won't eat it again for another couple weeks, and I'll have it once. And you know what I'm saying? It's scattered throughout the times when I don't eat it as much. But when I am eating it every single day, I can't get enough of it. I want it again, you know? Sometimes I have to like eat half of it, save the other half for later. Eat a quarter of it, save the other quarters for later. It becomes a thing. It becomes an entire routine. And motherfuckers was trying to slide up on my story talking about some eat healthy, bro. Bitch, don't get in my business. You will get your ass beat by this unhealthy fat bitch. Question 8. Do you have a go-to comfort movie or song? Growing up, I think up until 19 or 20, in 2022, my favorite movie was Jumanji, the original one, not the one that came out in like 2016, 2018, not that one, the original one. I think it was like 89 or 92 that it came out, 95. It was the original one. I liked that movie. That was my favorite one up until 2022 when Everything Everywhere All at Once came out. Then that one became my new favorite movie. That's still my favorite movie. I think it's so nice. It makes me feel comfortable for some reason. It kind of brings me comfort that if you think about it, you're everything. You're everything, you're everywhere, and you experience everything all at once, basically. It's basically just, it feels very like a confirmation and also very comforting to hear. But that's my favorite movie thus far. It's been my favorite movie since it came out, so 3 years now. Before that was Jumanji, original 1995 version, I think. Anyway, question 9. What's one thing that you're proud of but don't talk about enough? One thing that I would say I'm really proud of and I don't talk about enough personally would probably be my internal self and like the emotional vulnerability that I've had with myself. And actually with pretty much a lot of people in my life. I feel like I'm trying to let down these walls around the people that I love, even with myself. And I don't talk about it with anybody. I barely even acknowledge it with myself. And when I do talk about it, I feel weird. I feel like selfish in a way. And so I try not to do that, you know? So I'm trying to give myself credit. Because sometimes you're supposed to do that to make yourself feel better, even though it's like, girl, I thought we were just here to better ourselves. Like, I'm bettering myself. Why am I being rewarded for doing the bare minimum? I don't know. And then I start being like, damn, like, am I a horrible person? It's a whole thing that I need to unpack on myself, and I've unpacked a lot of it. But that's where the not giving myself credit comes from, and that's where the I need to unpack more comes from. So I need to move on to the next question before I start unpacking too much on YouTube.com. You know? Question 10 and the last question. 3 words that describe you. Fabulous. Fabulous. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Good luck, Nicole. Bye. This fucking camera angle. Look at my nails. They're so pretty. Bye. Woo.